All these people salty over
Hey,
Cannibal. Yes.
hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Lightbringer Descent. So this is part 2 in our mini-series. Last time, if you were not here for the last episode, we saw our brave sentinels um, basically witnessing the complete destruction of their city. So our players are all going to be on a planet called Kara, and last episode, Kara City was destroyed. A couple of Sentinels made it out with, excuse me, some of the civilians, doctors and such like that. And their plan was to go survive in the mines just outside the city. One of those Sentinels has made their way over to New Berlin, which is where today's part will be set, and is going to try to warn everybody. So we'll see how that goes and what happens. But yeah, darkness has definitely taken over Kara City. Before we jump into everything, pardon me one sec. I just want to go over a couple of things about how you, the viewer, can interact with the stream and affect the story. If you notice down in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little list of, excuse me, things that says want to change the story. So most of those are pretty self-explanatory, but there are a couple things that are a little unique to the stream, to this channel. One is the switch. So for $3, you can give a player or myself as the game master a switch, which means we can cause somebody else to change their action. So if somebody said, you know what, I'm going to try and persuade that person to give us information, whoever has the switch can say, you're going to do something else to that person. So the action itself will change. That one can be really funny. The rest of them are pretty self-explanatory, except for the complication. That one is $15 if you donate that. Then you get to throw a complication into the mix, and that can be literally anything that you want. Just anything that you want to insert into the story or make a small change. You can do that as long as it is setting appropriate and appropriate in general. We'll use it. Ways to donate to get those. There's a couple of links that'll be popping up in chat. Through Streamlabs or Coffee. You can also use bits, and your subscriptions also count towards those. So if you do a subscription, a tier 1, that's worth $5 on that chart, so you can do plus 10 to a player, which is akin to an auto success, or you can split it up among however many of those you want. So some cool ways that you can get involved and actually affect the story. With that, we'll go around and do our introductions here. We'll start with Gwen. Tell us a little bit about Liara and then where we can find you on the internet.
So, Liara is what's the name of that? They are pink. They got a tail. They've got Oh,
an Arcarian.
Yeah, Arcarian. That's the word. Yes, they're pink. They got a tail, and they are very smart and like to follow the law, unlike the rest of these humans.
Fantastic. And where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me here most of the time. I think we're going to be on Rowan's channel tomorrow because it's Wednesday.
Yes, that is true. Both of us will be, yeah. I believe that's at 5:30 Mountain Standard Time. Actually, both me and Gwen will be on our friend Rowan's channel for a tabletop that she's doing. I'll do a shout out for that channel so you can check it out. Perfect. And then we'll pass it on to Buggy. Tell us a little bit about.
Before we, yes. So Liara has also recently decided to go into medicine. So there's going to be some of that.
That's good. Medicine is good. Healers are totally not going to be super critical going into this, so nothing to worry about. With that, we'll pass it on to Buggy.
Hey Hold up. I'm Buggy. You can find me on Twitter at Buggy2077. I'm playing Johnston. Basically the same as what Gwen's character was, because I cannot remember the name of the creature.
Arcarian?
Arcarians, that's it. Sorry.
No worries.
He is blue skin, got the tail. He's got the headband, renegade.
Nice.
You can find me here on Monday nights, right? Today's Tuesday? Yeah, Monday
Today's
nights.
Tuesday. I know that
long
feeling.
day.
Yeah.
You can find me here on Mondays, or you can find me over on my own channel at team_totem_. Thursday night, I am finally getting into the D&D community and starting my first ever series, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. It's on, it's Thursday this week, but then...
Every other week, it's Tuesdays, 8 p.m.
Perfect.
EST.
Awesome.
And as always, here to have some fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We'll pass it on to Econorlax. Tell us a little bit about Moors and then where we can find you.
I'll do it in the opposite order.
Okay.
I'm Econorlax, or Econorlax. I'm not really sure what is the English pronunciation of this nick yet. Sometime I will find somebody who will know this for sure. Okay, so you can find me essentially here because I'm just starting my adventure with streaming. And that's pretty much all. And as for my character, we are Moors. We see things, we know things, we shoot things. Nothing escapes us. No crime escapes us. We are watching from above. We are Kataran, cat-like species, thing like rocket raccoon, only in a cop uniform and with smaller guys.
More like Khajiit from Skyrim?
I'm not really sure. There was no explanation what exactly Kataran is. I only know it's a cat-like humanoid.
Yeah, they're the closest thing I could think of is if you're familiar with League of Legends, they're a bit like Yordles, but more human-like. The cat features a little more subdued. So cat-like eyes, pointed ears, and then they do have claws. And they're usually really short
So
by human standards.
that's it. We are watching, remember. Thank you.
Awesome. And then last but certainly not least, we've got Victoria. Tell us a little bit about Ren and then where we can find you.
Oh, hello. My name is Victoria, and I will be playing Rin tonight. She is just a boring old human. Just here to be a human who's definitely not a sword lesbian, because that's definitely not the only thing I play ever. So don't worry about that, everyone. As for me, you can usually find me on the D&D 5e actual play podcast Sacrosanct, which you can also find on Twitter as SacrosanctRP.
Awesome. Well, thank you all very much for playing tonight, and we will jump right in. So we're going to start with everyone but Liara. You are having just, your average normal day here in the city. And you can see there's an overlook. There's sort of an elevated part of the city, and then a part that spans out over the valley. You're tucked into this little corner of a mountain range. And the city is called New Berlin. There's definitely a German influence to the culture and everything of the city, but at this point, humanity's been so blended together, different cultures and things like that. It's not like everyone's going to be going around speaking German. So a pretty good mix of cultures and races. Both Kataran and Arcarians are present in the city. And yeah, it's been a pretty peaceful day, but you are a little concerned about a brief broadcast that came out of Kara City about an hour earlier. It sounded like there was explosions and screaming, and you know that Sentinel Command in New Berlin has not been able to raise anyone in Kara City since then. So you're all probably a little bit on edge, being Sentinels and being charged with the protection of your city. But you don't have any other information than that. Now, assuming you're all meeting up somewhere, could be a cafe or could be just your favorite spot to sort of meet up while you're on patrol and chat before moving on. What do you say to each other?
So, anyone know what the fuck?
I don't know, yo. It's whack.
We see nothing.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything.
Someone did, yo. If there was a bomb.
Do I see something? Do I see something or hear something?
No, everything seems very quiet and calm. Everything is oddly
Okay.
normal. You pretty much live in a paradise society, so everything is very calm and quiet and perfect, and that seems completely normal.
Hello there.
So yeah. As you are talking, you do get a call on the radio that mentions that they have reports of some suspicious-looking figures over on the south side of town, and they are asking for any sentinels to go check it out. They said, "Yeah, it's we got a report of just suspicious-looking activity. The suspect in question here is wearing a long hooded robe, which, it's a little out of fashion. That was kind of, a few years ago. So, bad fashion's not a crime, but apparently they're acting kind of suspicious. So if we could have somebody go check it out. And as luck would have it, you all are near the south side of town.
Yeah.
I do also consider myself to be the fashion police, so.
There you go.
Alright,
This is
calm down
a-
there. Calm
This
down,
is a
Joan
high
Rivers.
priority case.
I am on it.
Call us a squad car.
All right.
Was boogie.
So as you call for the squad car, there's actually a little drone that flies overhead. It's a little white, circular looking thing with a little repulsor lift on the bottom. And as it flies overhead, it shoots a beam down in front of you all. And a souped up looking police hover car materializes in front of you.
Let's hop in the hoopty.
So who's
The
driving?
hoopty.
Yo. Why did I pick this?
I jump on the roof as usual.
Okay, so we've got Moors on the roof. Who's driving?
Oh, it's definitely me.
Perfect. So we've got Moors on the roof. Ren's driving. Where does Johnston hop in? Is he riding shotgun?
He's in the back seat lounging like a rascal.
Backseat lounging like a rascal. Okay. That's fantastic. All right.
turn back time.
So I'm going to need a couple of rolls. So Ren, let me have you roll mechanical engineering to see how well you can operate a vehicle.
Oh no.
Is
And
there a
then-
chillaxin roll I gotta make?
Maybe. We'll come to that in a sec.
We have close out.
Yeah. Moors, I'm gonna have you roll nimbleness to see how well you can hang on to the roof of the car as it's speeding down the road.
Damn it, I should have been on the roof.
Like I said, if we could turn back time.
If you could find a way.
I heard mechanical engineering, right?
Yes, that is correct. So an 11. Looks like. Let me actually get over to roll 20 here. An 11 to hang on to the roof. A 13 to drive. Oh, you all. Did you all level up to level 10, or are you at level 1?
Yes, I rolled 3. That explains a lot.
Okay, just double checking. Okay, so with an 11, Moors, you try to hold on to the roof, but as soon as Ren guns it, you go flying.
Okay, I'm using my cat grappler. It's
Nice.
the,
Perfect.
So is it like sort of a weapon, or?
yeah, it's like a bat grappling gun. Only I'm the cat, not a bat, so it's a cat grappling gun.
Okay.
Think
let me
Batman,
just-
old school.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, just roll. Just do like an attack roll for that. So that'd probably be since it's a gun. Look
Tech
at
weapon.
mental. Yeah, tech weapon. Perfect. Now the good news is that you fly forward, not backwards, because Ren didn't realize that she'd left the car in reverse when she gunned it. Now, Johnston, I will have you do one roll. Let me get a might roll since you're lounging in the back seat, not strapped in. How well do you hold on to the seat?
Let's find out. What am I rolling?
Might.
Might.
So that's
Break
physical.
check roll.
16.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. I think. I don't know how this works. I see high numbers, I assume.
29.
Yeah,
That's pretty
29
good.
is very high. So you grab onto the seat and like somehow you manage to like wrap the seatbelt around your foot, and you're holding it like some sort of Cirque du Soleil thing, and you don't move at all.
You're backseat surfing.
I'm chilling.
With a 16, Moors, you do manage to shoot your grapple at the hood of the car and pull yourself back to it. You're okay. And then Ren, let me get a sight roll from you real quick to see if you notice something as you're speeding backwards.
Oh boy, I'm so sorry.
You do
No.
not.
I don't notice shit.
So
Do I even notice I'm going backward?
Yeah, you know you're going backwards, but you don't stop in time. You, all three of you hear this loud crash and this sick metal crunching noise as Ren has rammed the back of the police car into a light pole.
Not again.
Yo.
Sudden
Nah.
stopping car means I'm at the front shoot now.
Yeah, you're okay. You're grappled on, so you don't fly anywhere, and
I'm sticking to the hood.
yeah, Johnston, that might roll was high enough that you're still fine. So I think with that, we'll pause with our competent police officers here
Starting off high.
and pan over to Liara. So Liara, you're at the mines with all the rest of the survivors, and that same sentinel from part 1, the one that was giving that inspiring speech at the end.
Delvis.
No, it wasn't Delvis. It was one of the other sentinels, the older one. He was talking to
Oh,
both
yeah.
of you. So he comes up and puts a hand on your shoulder. He goes, "Look, Liara, I'm gonna be honest with you. We haven't been able to raise anybody on comms. We don't know if any of the other cities have survived, if they've been hit. It's imperative that we get communications up and running. So, Newberland's the nearest city. I'm gonna need you to head out there and scout around the area. If they've not been hit, warn them. If they're under attack, then do not engage. Just come back here, let us know what's going on, and we'll try to work something out." And as he finishes up talking, there's this this young Arcarian sentinel that walks up. She's very skinny, long, dark hair, and she's carrying this sort of rucksack on her shoulder. And there's these poles sticking out of it with these little lights on top of them that It doesn't look like they're lit, but you can tell that they are a light source. And she goes, "Oh, hi, Liara. So yeah, about that communications thing. I've got some toys for you." And she hands you the rucksack. So you'll want to take these and place them in the ground about every mile or so between here and New Berlin. And since the satellite communications don't seem to be working, this should give us a clear communication line to New Berlin so we can start talking with people again.
Awesome. That sounds perfect. I will get right on that.
So she hands that to you, and there's about 15 of these stakes type things in the bag, and you can tell that they have an automatic piston system. So it's like almost like a shotgun shell on the bottom, except instead of shooting, buckshot, it fires a piston down into the ground to anchor it.
Yeah.
So she hands you about 15 of those, and say, "Look, we can't really spare anybody. I mean, normally we would send Elvis with you, but we're having to figure out what's going on with his infection. So we're keeping him in quarantine for now. As soon as you get communications up, we'll let you know how he's doing. Yeah, sorry, you're going to be on your own for this one."
Roger that. Need to requisition. Oh, he wrecked it, didn't he? Is there another motorcycle I could use? Hovercycle?
The big guy just shakes his head and goes, all the transmat systems were lost with the rest of the city. So you've got your feet, and that's about it. We've got a couple of aircraft and 1 or 2 spacecraft left, but we're going to need to hold on to those.
Roger that. They take the backpack and start marching.
All right. Give me a quick sight roll.
26.
So as you head out of the mines, of course, what you see initially is something that looks a bit like this. So you do see the entrance of the mine. But as you take a few steps out, you start walking towards New Berlin. You crest this little bit of a hill, little rocky outcropping, and you get your first glimpse of Kara City since you went underground, and it's been only a few hours really. And as you look out over everything, this is what you see.
Oh, I missed the moon egg.
Missed the, what was that?
The moon egg. On the last
moon
one.
egg?
Yeah, the moon looked like an egg on the last one.
Oh, I was like, what's a moon egg?
It's like hand
Egg
egg.
moon.
Okay.
No.
So you can see that there is no more Kara City. It's just that.
Ooh.
Do you do anything or do you keep moving?
I was told to head to New Berlin, so that's where I'm going.
All right. Let's do a couple rolls and see if you find anything along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give you this evens or odds, Gwen.
Evens.
They were both odds. So as you're turning from this scene, you turn around and start walking towards New Berlin, and you get maybe 2 or 3 steps before you see this shadowy robed figure in front of you, and it just goes.
I shoot it in the head.
Kill
Okay.
it.
What's your awareness?
My awareness is 22.
22. Okay, you will go first. So go ahead and roll your attack.
Yes, it is okay. Let me get all this stuff off the desk. Oh, hey, Cat. Cat's like, yeah, you got all the stuff off the desk, right?
Let the cat roll it.
That's that's
That's actually a little bit what the shadowy figure sounds like.
Kitty didn't like that.
We appreciate cats.
okay. That's a 25.
25. Okay. That's actually what the shadowy figure got. So re-roll. You tied. This time they got a.
No whammies.
Ooh, 31.
That is also what I rolled. That's bizarre. Re-roll again.
Third time's the charm.
Oh wow. Let's see. Okay, that is a 28.
I also got. I'm just kidding. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, it is a d6 plus 6, and I shall roll the Liara die because I have
All
one.
right. Fantastic.
Or no. Wait. Cat! Cat is not happy right now. What is your problem, Cat?
I'm surprised mine
Okay.
are begging to be in the room.
Thank
That
God you're a
is
healer. I'm dead.
6 plus 6, that's 12.
12.
damage.
Okay. So yeah, you pull your gun and the two of you do sort of that like when you're walking down a hallway and somebody's walking the opposite direction and you kind of both try to get out of each other's way, but you're moving in the same direction.
Twice.
Kind of do that with the gun, and he's dodging his head, ducking around. But you do finally hit him and blow the hood of the thing clean off. And it hisses at you again, just this gurgling.
Burn
I'm
it.
going- And I'm going to roll to see if I can run away.
Okay. You
Hit and
still
run.
have your move action, so you definitely can run.
Yeah. What about that thing we talked about to give me extra movement speed?
Yeah. So you'll spend a bonus action for the effect, and then just roll tech engineering.
Okay, tech engineering. Not to roll to see if I can in the first place, or Okay.
No, because it's not an attack. You're just affecting yourself.
Gotcha. Because I want to get as far away from this thing as possible. Well,
I mean, I think technically it would be a bonus action because you already made an attack, but I'm not going to worry about it. Just do it.
okay, that is 21.
Yeah, you are reasonably successful with that, and you get a bit of a speed boost, and you're able to move. Your normal movement speed would be about 50 feet in a turn, and you bump that up to 75.
Yes, and I boogie it.
Okay, awesome. The roll hearing real quick.
Okay, roll 20. Do not fail me now.
Oh, that was cute.
That was really cute.
What was?
Your
That.
cat was being adorable.
Okay,
So that was
18.
18 for hearing. Okay. As you run away, you do hear another figure communicating with that one, and you can hear them making noises back and forth, and you're pretty sure that they're communicating.
Sounds like
best-
that.
Yeah. Your best guess is that he's probably telling somebody else that he saw you. But you are able to get away.
Yeah. So, yeah, run.
Okay. You get away from the creatures, and you're able to make your way towards New Berlin. We'll say you're probably about halfway to New Berlin, as we pan back over to the other group. Before we do, though, is there anything you want to do during that leg of the trip?
Yeah, there was those communication poles that I was supposed to put down in the ground on the
Okay.
way.
Perfect. So, yeah, you do that, no problem. I'm not going to make you roll for that. So you're able to get those put into place, no problem. And we'll,
And I'm also going to communicate back to the base and report what just happened.
okay. You you do hear back on the other end. It's really staticky at first, and it takes a minute to actually click and connect. But you do hear that familiar female voice on the other end, the one who handed you the communicator rod things. Goes, wow, Lear, are you at New Berlin already?
Almost, not quite, but yes, there were two of those shadowy things, and I shot it and ran away. I shot one of them and ran away, and then it talked to another one.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, be careful out there. I mean, we've already assumed that they know they're survivors, because we weren't exactly subtle about flying out of the city, but it's good to know that it sounds like they have scouts out, so yeah, be careful, keep your head on a swivel, and yeah, just make sure you get to New Berlin as fast as you can. We don't have the people to send out scouts of our own right now, but we'll keep an eye on surveillance for those figures you ran into.
Awesome.
And with that, we'll go back over to our traffic incident. So Ren, what do you do?
First thing, I'm gesticulating towards Rin to roll the window, but roll the passenger's window.
Do windows even roll anymore?
Nah,
I roll the window.
Yeah, it's like it's like the hand crank, but there's no crank. You just sort of do this at a sensor, and it rolls itself down.
I feel like technology could be
hand
better, you
motions.
guys.
Yeah, I'm getting into the cab and just
Okay.
snort towards the driver.
What are you? What? Are you riding in here now? Are you done being extra?
Just drive.
Yo.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. I drive.
Okay,
Hopefully, this time.
let's do mechanical engineering again.
Oh no.
One more time,
Maybe.
you're getting your license suspended, I'm telling you.
Probably. I only have a 1 in this, so Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a 2.
2. Okay.
2.
Oh, Lord.
There you go.
Nat 20.
You're firing on all cylinders. You put it into gear and you drive to the location they sent you to perfectly.
I Tokyo drift there.
Yeah, exactly.
Just had to
It's-
warm up.
Yeah.
It's the best feat of driving ever. Turns out you're really good at driving, just really bad at remembering which gear does what. So once you figured out, okay, the R is backwards, the D is forward. Okay.
You need to reverse the cart.
Hit the
Yeah, there you
clutch.
go.
Actions.
I just needed the music on, guys. Here we go. All right.
So yeah, you make it over there, no problem. Let me put you back in the city here, and make it to this area. It's like a little. There's a cafe, but there's also this courtyard with tables. There's a fountain outside. It's like think of like a really fancy mall food court that's outside. So there's some restaurants and things like that. And a big fountain in the middle, and it's oddly empty of people at the moment. But let me have you roll sight and see if you notice anything else.
Everybody,
All of
or
us?
us, or
Everybody.
Yeah, the three of you that are there, yeah.
Ah.
So Ren, Moores, and Johnston.
I think I'm too busy trying to loiter.
We see everything.
I'm not as busy as I am.
You there, Stripes? Really?
So Ren, Ren, you're a bit distracted with the car, so you get out and inspect the damage, and you can see there's a sizable dent in the trunk, and one of the
I'm gonna be so pissed again.
yeah, one of the taillights is busted out. It looks pretty bad. Though player knowledge, the funny thing about this is that Patrick managed to wreck his motorcycle right off the bat in the last game as well. So this is par for the course for this series.
The trend.
Yeah. So you're preoccupied with that and worrying about your paycheck and that coming out of your paycheck. Buggy,
Yeah.
yeah, you were trying to be really, really cool. You're just doing the whole, like, whatever. I'm not interested in anything.
Just like leaning on the car.
Yeah, but you do still manage to notice, like, that alley over there looks darker than it should for this time of day. That looks a little suspicious, but that's all you really notice. Moors, it's basically that scene from the Two Towers, Lord of the Rings, where it's like, what do your cat eyes see? Everything.
Like we said.
Yeah, so you notice a lot of things. You notice that there are scuff marks on the ground that looks like whoever was here before left in a hurry. There's several different meals on all the tables that are half-eaten. So whoever was here before, they all left in a hurry. You notice that there are long scuff marks going into that dark alley. It looks like somebody was being dragged. So the rubber on the soles of their shoes has been sort of worn by the concrete as they were dragged and left those marks. And let's see, what else is there to notice?
Is there any blood?
There's no blood. There's no blood, but it does look like people ran out of there in a hurry and someone was dragged into that dark alley. You also notice that the alley is unusually dark for this time of the day. And it looks almost smoky in the alley, though you don't smell smoke or see any sign of fire.
I'm leaving the squad car and just setting my ears if I hear something.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll hearing. We'll see what you discover. 27. So you do hear off in the alley some muffled noises of protest, like someone was yelling or trying to call out, but there's something blocking their ability to do so. And you hear these really odd, sinister sounding whispers coming from that alleyway.
That's not enough to report a crime in progress, so I guess I'll just... Are we okay?
I goofed.
Yeah, let me...
I meant to hit mute. I'm very sorry.
That's okay. I think, Ekanor, if you turn your camera off and on again, it should put us back in the right spots. Almost.
I'm very sorry.
And then,
I'm just gonna
then-
work my way around the horn.
I think we're good.
I'll be Ren.
almost. Ren and Johnston are in the wrong spots. So, Victoria, I think if you maybe
I'm
try
really
you turning your camera
sorry.
off and on again. It's
God,
okay.
God damn it.
Oh
Leave-
boy.
Leave it to me.
Have you
What
tried
do you
turning it
think?
off and back on again?
I'm very sorry.
Better?
Okay.
Yes. Whew.
Okay.
Almost.
Thank
And
you.
then-
Nope.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. That got
Okay.
it. The nice thing is we're on
Okay.
Zoom chat, so we can actually do that. If it's been
We're done.
the previous one that we were using, that would have been a long process.
It would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Google Hangouts.
Yep.
Looking at you.
I mean, Google sponsor us. What?
We also
Okay.
wouldn't have been able to have this many people.
Yeah. So, where
So,
were we? Hearing, yes.
I was saying it's not enough to report the crime, so I'll try to get a better vantage point, jump somewhere higher. But before I leave, I yell to my companions, "Start doing your job, cops. There's something wrong going here."
Yeah, that alley's looking dark, man. Cat.
Hey, do you guys think this will buff out? Where
Yeah, I'll go with you.
where are they going? Where do you guys
No,
what's
the
happening?
alley over there. You busted the car. We're gonna go check out the alley, Ren. Moore's.
I'm going
Oh, wait,
somewhere
wait.
up.
Ren, leave it. Leave the car. We'll say it was somebody else.
That's good.
That's tax dollar money right there.
That's good. That's really good. Okay.
Oh wait.
All right.
Oh wait. Yo. There we go.
Okay.
If there will
yo.
be some shooting today, we will even confirm it.
Some rapscallions got in our hoopty, yo.
Oh my god. On that note, do you all go into the alley?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try to get a higher vantage point, like first floor somewhere.
Okay.
I mean, I
give
go
me-
into alley just with a bit of up.
Okay.
involved.
Give me a might roll. I'm just gonna have you climb the building. Just gonna scramble right up the side. An 18. So yeah, it takes you a little bit. You don't quite like sprint up the side of the building. You have to be really careful about where you put your handholds and all that jazz. But you make it up, no problem. And you'll probably make it up to the top of the building to be able to see everything about the time that Ren and Johnston are going into that shadow. So for no reason in particular, Ren and Johnston, what's the order that you go in? Are you side by side? One person in front, one person in back? No reason. Just curious.
Good cop, bad cop kind of thing. or-
Which one's good and which one's bad?
That's a good question.
Exactly. Let's boogie.
All right. I feel like we've got a really solid plan.
God, yeah.
We're
I'm just
good,
going.
we'll be bad.
Yeah. Let's side by side.
Okay. It is
Uh,
wide
uh,
enough.
All
no,
right.
I was gonna say that was more of a question. Like,
Sure.
does that work or?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Jack and Jill went into an alley.
I don't think that's how it goes. She
Eh.
says as they walk into an alley.
Yo.
I feel like that's the start to like a mafia version of that rhyme. Something that ends up ending with Pally.
Jack and Jill went into the alley. Morris was a snitch, no longer a pally.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's going on iTunes. I gotta rate that.
Perfect. All right. Anyway, so you go side by side. So you both
Got jumped by the cops. Big body tally.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You both go to the alley at the same time. So you both experience this at the same time. About 2 steps in, you look around and everything is pitch black. It's pitch black. You feel colder. The air feels viscous, like there's actually resistance as you push through it. And real quick, Ren, when you use your light magic, what's your go-to way to use it?
Probably just like this. Light.
Okay. And then Johnston, same question.
Just to light up stuff.
Sorry, Jesus. A long day. Finger gun.
Okay. So Ren, your hand is glowing a sort of dull yellow. and Johnston, your index and finger and thumb are glowing yellow like that. Also, you can't see where you came from. Like, if you turn around and look behind you, it is nothing but complete blackness there as well.
Rin?
You can see each other, albeit
Okay.
very, very dimly,
I'm
just
right
by
here.
the glow
Why
of
are
your
you
hands.
yelling at me?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yo.
What's going on down there?
Who said that? God?
Oh no.
Morris, you do see them disappear as soon as they step into the alley. But you can hear them on comms.
And they can hear you on comms.
Yes.
Where did you go? We can't see you.
We're in here. I don't know what you expected sending us in alone. It's
We're
not
in
like
the-
we're super competent today.
So what do I see? I can see them.
You see the alley is just dark and filled with this weird looking smoke. You can make out little bits and pieces of things at the bottom of the alley, so you can see like some trash cans and probably some bits of garbage or something, but you don't see any people, and the whole thing's very dark.
So can I use my light? I wrote it enhances my senses.
Sure. Go ahead and roll magic engineering.
That would be-
You try,
Mm,
but it doesn't really do anything. You actually probably feel a little bit off, being this close to that shadow.
So, I guess. Wait, we really can't see you. Are you down in the alley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm jumping down to them.
Okay.
I mean, I'm traversing the wall back down.
Okay.
Check what's going on.
Yeah, you're able to do that, no problem. You make your way down, and as soon as you get into the shadow, same thing. Everything's dark, it's colder, the air, you feel resistance from the air as you move through it, almost like you're moving through some sort of viscous substance. And you probably don't notice it quite so much, but you do see like an ambient yellow glow around you. But you don't notice that it's coming from your eyes and your ears and your nose.
So, if my senses fail me, I go to the gut feeling, I guess. Do I feel
Okay.
something?
Sure. Go ahead and roll gut feeling.
26.
You've got a bad feeling about this. It feels just very wrong, and oh, thanks, Gwen. Heart. Thank you,
I'm
Gwen,
going to
for
give
that.
one reroll to all three of them.
Okay.
To each of them.
Thank you, Gwen.
Thank you, Gwen.
Thank you.
Not all heroes wear capes.
It's true.
Hope we don't use them all.
All right. Perfect. Oh, I forgot to start you all off with one reroll as well. Just realized that.
So now you have two.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody starts off with one reroll.
Except for me, because I used it last time.
Oh, that's right, you did. Thank you
Yes,
for
I told-
reminding
you
me.
told me. Oh, you. Oh, actually, I didn't. I had two last time. You told me to remind you.
How
I had two last
convenient.
time. You told me to
Of
remind you.
course.
We see everything and we didn't see anything.
I completely forgot, but I do have that on the character sheet. You.
Yeah,
oh,
you've
I
got
had
a. I do recall that now that you mentioned it. Yeah, that was really
I
funny
have-
timing though. You also have a sensu bean.
Yeah. Yeah, I had 2 last time and I didn't use them.
Yeah, so you still got 1. I also have 1. I mean, what? Yeah, you have a bad feeling about it. It's very cold and all that, and
I'm
it just feels very off.
We're not taking our time. It feels off. Let's head back and regroup.
Okay.
We have bad feelings about it.
You can see each other just basically because of those various parts of your body that are glowing that yellow color. Do you head back the way you came, or do you try to push through to the other end of the alley?
Let's head to the squad car.
Yeah, let's regroup for now.
Okay. Moors, it takes you a while to catch back up with Ren and Johnston. And Ren and Johnston, you take a couple steps back and you're still in this shadow. And you're like, we only took 2 steps in, but we're still not out of it. What do you do with that, about that?
Hey, I hate this.
Shit.
I really hate this. I like super hate this. I probably have like a cigarette lighter. Can I pull that out and see what happens if I like?
Sure.
We hiss at darkness.
So you flick it
like-
on,
Uh-huh.
and there's some light, but it's only about half the light that it should be giving off.
Well, I have it open, so I might as well light a cigarette at least. And then
Yo, can I bum a dart, Ren? Yo.
you never ever give them back to me.
Why would you want to use cigarette?
I don't want to use cigarette. I
I
want
asked-
an actual another one. I want to get some from you.
I just want a cigarette, Ren. Yo.
Her hair's like blown back. Fine. Here, you're
What
not
are
you
you
when you're
doing?
hungry.
I don't want a goddamn Snickers, Ren.
All right, so we're gonna pause there. Liara, you have made it to New Berlin.
Oh,
you have-
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got all the communication relays in place, and you are, as fate would have it, I guess in this case, me being fate, you're at the South Gate.
Do I hear all this chaos over the comms?
Roll tech engineering. Let's see how well you tap into New
Tech
Berlin's comm system.
engineering? Nice.
Give me a cigarette, Ren.
Oh, this is gonna be perfect. So that is a 33.
Yeah, you hear that entire conversation.
What a listen.
You hear that entire conversation, and you see all of the comm little rods. They light up all the way back to the mine, the refugee center, basically, that they've set up. And you hear that whole conversation with these guys, and then you hear the Sentinels back where you came from tell you good job, and they've started communicating with the city.
Yeah, Liara is going to say, hello, did you go into the shadow?
How'd you know? Over.
Ah, I heard yelling, and it sounded like what happened when Delvis went into the shadow. He started freaking out, so I figured you both went into the shadow and started freaking out.
Delvin's not gonna want to bum a cigarette from me, is he?
Central, what's going on
Delvis
with you?
is back where I came from, so.
Yeah, sorry. Whom am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm Liara. I've come basically to help you evacuate.
What?
Help us evacuate.
Do you have
Yes,
any
Angel, what
cigarettes?
does that mean?
there are shadow creatures, and you should avoid any shadows and any shadow creatures.
Oops.
And yes, which sounds
think-
like it's a little bit too late for that. But
I
if
don't
you
know,
tell
I-
me,
No.
I can't see anything anyway, yo. I think we're good.
if you ping your location on my device, I can come get you.
So do we see each other?
Ping.
Yeah.
He's actually gonna say that over the comms.
Yeah.
Yo.
Okay. You're able to sync up your comm units, and Liara, you have a detailed map of how to get to their location now.
Yeah, I shall be there shortly.
Okay.
Just-
You're able to. It takes you about 5 minutes to get
If
there.
you can, head the way you came in. The shadows are dangerous.
I'm glad we know that now. Yo.
Can I join them?
Yes.
No, please.
Mors, you've caught up with Ren and Johnston, and you're able to try to get out together. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, are we able to get out?
Yeah, after a couple minutes of walking, you emerge from the end of the shadow that you walked into. Everybody give me a sight roll. As Liara, you're almost there and you can probably see them step out.
27. Nice.
32.
Okay. Johnston, as you step out of the shadow, you look over at Ren and you notice that Ren's usually colorful outfit, being the fashionable one. All the colors look a little bit faded out. Looks a little weird. Ren, you notice the same thing about Johnston. That the colors of his clothing are a little faded out, more so than they were, when you were in the car earlier. Liara, you walk up and you notice all of them look a little washed out, and you immediately recognize that look as what happened in Kara City.
I
And then-
suggest you seek medical treatment immediately.
It was just one cigarette. I think I'm fine.
Yeah,
Yo.
that's a little
The
like
shadows-
harsh.
Are we sick?
The shadows
Is it
drain.
contagious?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, and Mors, you notice that on both of them and yourself, and you can tell, that something definitely happened to us in there.
I mean, I was just gonna tell him that he's gotta wash his clothes with light colors. Like, you can't do like whites and darks together. It doesn't work. But like,
Don't go bashing me over there, Miss Gray. Yo.
Ray.
Yeah.
That's called pastels.
Yeah. Not
Kitty, one screen time.
Yep.
okay.
Give the cat a character sheet. Let's go.
I
Okay.
would totally let the cat play.
Roll a character.
They're gonna be Kataran, obviously.
True.
Yeah, so you have that interaction. You all hear an actual scream come from the other side of the alley now.
Cat. Please, please.
Yo, I think there's a cat on the other side. Yo!
It's a catastrophe, to quote the
God
old
damn
man.
it!
I love it.
That was
I
a good
quit.
one.
I
That was
quit.
good.
I can't. I can't do any better. That's it.
That was a good one.
That was good. Okay. Yeah, you all hear a scream. What do you do?
Get it together, officers.
Uh,
Do we have some med packs?
I have 12 med packs. I came prepared.
We need to take care of civilians.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can
I'm
find
going,
them.
I'm going to roll tech engineering so I can run in the direction of the screen. The
Okay.
screen very fast.
So wait,
I want to roll.
wait,
tech
hold up.
engineering.
You said your name was Lyra?
Liara.
Liara. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with these names. Liara. You say you got med packs?
Mm-hmm.
Johnson's gonna make a beeline right for the alley.
Okay.
29.
Hell yeah, Rin's going. Rin's going with him.
That's what Lyra's the name of the niece
Roll!
and peasants, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Myra.
heading to alley 2 just as previously through the upper floor.
Okay. So Morris is going up and over. Johnson, you running through it. Liara, you
yeah.
running through it. What was Ren doing? Sorry, I missed that part.
Liara's
Running
not going
through it.
in the shadow. Liara's going around the shadow.
Okay. Yeah, you look at your map. You use your cool tech stuff, and you're able to flash right around that alley and get over to the other side. Ren and let's see.
Oh yeah, spend the bonus action plate.
Where's that? Oh, okay. So yeah, Morris, you're fine. You go up and over, no problem. Ren, you do a good job of getting through. Is that a might roll? I'm assuming.
No, I can.
Do you want us to roll might?
Might or
nimbleness.
nimbleness. Either one would work for this.
Me too?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I saw rolls on roll 20. I thought you all had already rolled. Okay, so 27, 32. Yeah, you're all perfectly fine.
Except for
More, it takes you a little bit longer to get up the wall this time.
Liara's
So you'll be a little
way ahead.
You'll be a little bit behind everybody. But yeah, you all arrive on the other end. Liara, you're there first, followed by probably Johnston and then Ren, and then Moore's you're coming down at the rear. And what you see is something that looks a bit like this, minus the destruction. And we're
I was
going
about to
go
say.
to this.
We better start evacuating now. If that's
So yeah.
destroyed.
You see two hooded, shadowy figures duck behind, or duck around the corner and run off. And you see this girl, you're able to immediately tell this was the one that had been abducted. And she looks just like that. There's no color at all. It's all grayscale looking color. She looks very confused. And you can see that her eyes, where there should be like, an iris and a pupil and a white of the eye, that's completely black.
Stasis immediately.
All right, go ahead and roll tech engineering and an attack roll as well with a tech weapon.
Attack. Okay.
What's going on here?
That's a 30 to hit.
30 to hit. Okay. Yep, that will hit.
And that's a 28 on tech engineering.
Yeah, she is frozen in place. So the rest of you see this victim, clearly a victim, and then you see Liara just suddenly zap this girl into stasis, what do you do?
Repeating the question. Officer, what's going on here?
They're infected. They need medical treatment immediately. Do not engage.
Gonna bring down the handgun.
I'm kind of taking some side steps away from Liara at this point.
Okay.
Liara's going to, first of all, handcuff the person, hands and feet, and then throw them over their shoulder, or ask for help, whichever one.
Do a might roll.
I'm going to do a might roll unless someone wants to help.
I'll help.
Me.
Yeah, I might help just to get this little girl away from Liara at this point.
Yeah, I don't
We
trust
need
this.
to get
No.
we need to get her to medical attention.
So might we're rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoorah.
Someone
Right.
roll might. I'm horrible at it.
So
Hopefully
yeah,
that 31 helps.
Johnston, we'll say you get it to her first, and you just it's like just grabbing a sack of potatoes and fucking it up on your shoulder. You're just like, whoop, whoop, no problems.
Another day.
Be careful. She might hurt you or try to. She's handcuffed, but she still might try to hurt you.
With
So I think-
that,
Ah, shit.
so would you say that like you've got her over your shoulder with like feet in front of you, head behind you?
Now, out of character question, would Mad Pat help? Would Mad Jill help?
That's a good question. You don't know.
All of a sudden, the confidence in my answer has gone down.
I am going to try and first aid this person before we go. Try.
Okay,
So,
hold on though,
I'm going to-
because
I'm going.
Buggy's answer is actually important.
Shit. We'll do the classic feet in front.
Okay. And then Gwen, how exactly are you trying to treat this woman over Johnston's shoulder?
So Liara's going to Metagel is just gel, you just slather on, I guess, the head because her eyes are black.
Okay.
So and Liara's got medical training, so
Go ahead and roll medicine. Sorry, my brain goes places sometimes. If you've ever seen Red versus Blue, the episode where the medic comes in and tries to treat a bullet wound, and he treats it by
I know
rubbing
what-
aloe vera on the back of the guy's neck.
I know what you're talking about, and I was immediately thinking that, and I was thinking how to not say that. So that's 29. That's 2d6. If you're letting me roll for healing.
Oh, absolutely. She's
Awesome.
she's a very alive person with no physical damage to her body.
6. Heal for 6 points.
Awesome. She looks really, really healthy.
Oh,
very...
2d6 plus mental is 12.
Okay.
Or
So, yeah, she
6 plus 7 is 13.
Okay. So she looks very, very healthy. I mean, just the paragon of fitness and health, with the exception of she's completely black and white and grayscale, and her eyes are black.
Shit, it didn't work.
Wait, it didn't
Now
work?
he tells us?
What are you? I think that little girl runs marathons. What are you?
I'm trying to contact the central.
Let's just find the nearest hospital and get her treated.
Okay, so I'm going to have all of you except for Johnston give me a sight roll with disadvantage. So
That means
so roll
Dash
twice
R
and take the lower of the
2D
two rolls.
2d.
Can I be relieved?
I'll just roll a die. I'll just roll a die.
Okay.
I'll just roll a
So
die.
it's a 12 for Ren.
18 and
29 for me.
a
29 for Morris.
15. Plus 10, 25.
Okay. Yeah, Morris, you're the only one that notices this. You can see the girl kind of moving her head around in a weird
You
direction.
said disadvantage, right? Did
Yes.
everybody roll with disadvantage?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So moving your head around, and you hear sort of a noise from her. And you notice she's like, her head's getting closer and closer to Johnston's back.
Drop her! I'm screaming.
No, don't drop her.
I'm like ready to
I'm-
spike her on the ground. What?
Yeah, hold her higher, please. So that she doesn't bite you. She's about to bite you.
Thanks for telling me now.
Give me a nimbleness roll there, Johnston.
I don't know if I can. I'm holding up somebody.
Let's see
Nimbleness,
how
you
quick-
said?
Yeah, let's see how quickly you're able to reposition her.
Spinning around like a goddamn pizza.
26. Yeah, you.
Not today, grudge.
You're successful. She very nearly bites you, but
You
but
thought?
you lift her up a little bit, too fast.
Yeah, you just see this blank look on the other's face, like she's haunted by, like they're all haunted by some memory.
And the girl just looks at you and just goes, "I'm hungry."
Don't eat me, kid. Ren, you stole that Snickers you tried giving me?
No, you threw it on the ground.
Shit.
Do
You
I have
smoke?
bad feelings about it?
Smoke.
You smoke, kid?
Yes.
How old are you?
I can't remember.
You're not getting a cigarette.
Is Twintle a word?
I'm gonna look over at the others. Is it?
I don't think so.
She looks really confused.
So does Johnston.
So
Yeah.
does Rin. Yeah.
But
am I
As
missing some
usually,
hip
when I
slang?
don't know what's going on, I'll head higher.
okay. You're gonna climb up one of the buildings again. All right. Go ahead and give me a might check to see how well you climb up, and then I will tell you what you see in a second. So
Might.
Johnston,
Yeah.
she
I'm
does.
going to put a muzzle on the victim.
All right, hold on.
As I see you doing
So-
this, you couldn't have done that sooner.
Before that happens, she does look at Johnston and goes, "Smoke, right? Smoke." And she opens her mouth, and black smoke just slowly wafts out of her mouth.
And just like somebody yelled hike,
Please don't do that.
God, I know smoking's bad and all, but Jesus, what are they giving kids these days?
Give me a might roll to see how well you're able to chuck the scroll in.
I think Rin's just yelling. Just
Hike!
shout, just straight up like, ah!
28. So yeah, you're able to chuck her, no problem.
For the sake of this,
See.
I threw it at a wall. I feel like I should add that.
Okay.
I feel like that's
So Gwen and Victoria and Econorlax, we'll start with Gwen. Pick a number between 1 and 4.
I'm gonna say 4 because I
Okay.
think I know what you're doing.
Victoria, between 1 and 4, not including 4.
I'm gonna say 1 because I don't know what you're doing.
All right, and then Econorlax, 2 or 3? 3. Okay.
3.
All right, so Liara, roll dodge.
Yeah, I figured.
I thought you were open for a pass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Johnston, you did a really good job of trying to
In
chuck the
fact,
person at the
I'm
wall,
going to
but
Perfect
trust roll
spiral.
20. I'm going to trust roll 20. There we go. There we go.
16.
Roll 20. My trust was put well in roll 20, right?
I wouldn't be so sure.
It hits me.
Yep.
This is what I wanted.
You gotta have your hands up. You gotta catch.
You fall back and you have this now writhing girl on top of you that's just going, it hurts.
Yes,
And
it will
she's-
hurt, and I put the muzzle on her.
She's trying to hold her stomach as best she can with these handcuffs on. Stomach hurts. I'm hungry. And
Yeah. Shh.
Does the kid got a poop or something? What's going on?
I'm gonna put the muzzle on her.
Okay, that's fine. You do so.
And be like, shh.
And everybody roll sight real quick to see if you notice something.
Awesome. I got a plus 10, and I get.
Can I
Okay.
reroll?
You can,
Yeah,
though. A 25 is high enough for.
I'm
for
going
this
to
one.
reroll. I'm going to
Okay.
reroll just in case,
I'm going to.
because I want to use my reroll.
Honestly, I feel like I
That's
should fail
a-
this, so no.
That's a 24, so probably still not high enough.
Yeah, I'm comfy with my 24.
I'm doing the reroll now.
I'm actually
Right,
pretty
so-
okay with failing. I feel
Okay.
like I am way too busy going, who carries a muzzle around? To,
That's not what I counted on,
Yeah.
but okay.
Yeah,
Dog
you're
owners, God.
You're
Yeah,
fine.
it's like I came prepared because this
27's
happened last time.
So yeah, everybody except for Ren, I think. Yeah. You all notice that she's got some scrapes and bruises and things, cuts on her arms from being tossed and landing on Liara. And her blood is like this tar-like black that just oozes out of the cuts.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
Meta
quit
Joe.
smoking.
Another message.
I feel like I'm better for not noticing that.
Ren, get over here. Look at this, yo.
Go ahead and roll
I don't
medicine
know.
there, Gwen.
Medicine. I think roll 20 is doing a fairly good job of telling a narrative here. 35. So
You-
3d6.
You heal the crap out of those cuts.
3. That's 3d6.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. You patch her up.
So that's 12 plus 5 plus 7.
Awesome, yeah. You heal her up perfectly. No more cuts. However, as you're applying this Medigel, she holds her stomach again, and since no one has bothered to pull her off of Liara, she starts vomiting up this black tar-like substance, which comes, of course, right out of the muzzle, all over Liara.
I know it's a little late, but I would like to pull her off of Liara.
Good call.
like by the like by the by the
The
back.
scruff.
Yeah, by the scruff. Just
Okay.
You
Leon
good?
would like to run.
Liara, let me have you roll nimbleness first.
Okay.
get the medic. That
Yes!
was the medic.
Roll 20 is telling a narrative today.
Would you like to use a reroll?
That's a 20.
I don't like this narrative.
I
don't
don't-
know.
I don't like the sound of that. It's 24.
Oh no.
I don't want to use a reroll. I don't.
Oh, you're actually out of your
Okay.
rolls.
Do you want one of
It's
mine?
just that.
Yeah.
It's kind of my fault.
I am like, that's
I
a
will give you-
24. That's pretty.
I will give you
Please.
this. You
I'll
are
throw my
one off of DC. You're
Oh.
1 point short.
Let me use. Are you giving me yours?
Yeah, use my reroll.
Oh.
I was asking Raven
Oh,
because
Uh,
Raven was the one that asked first. I was like, are you giving me one of
No.
yours?
yeah, use
Yeah,
mine.
outlook is not good.
I kind of put you in this situation.
So, that's a 5.
I'm getting a deja
Okay.
vu.
Well, the bad news is you didn't make the roll. The good news is there's another check that we can do to see if something really bad happens. So, the nimbleness
Oh.
check was to see how quickly you're able to close your mouth and eyes.
Yeah.
Some of that black goopy stuff got in your mouth.
Eh.
So what I'll have you do is roll. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna do just a physical roll. So roll a d20 plus physical.
So that was that the reroll was 13, by the way. So physical, d20 plus physical, which would be yeah. Hello, please.
Whammies, no whammies.
That's an 8 plus 3 is 11.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So again, good news, bad news situation. The good news is, you're able to spit it out, and you don't appear to be affected at all to anyone else. The bad news is, you start hearing something like this. Give in to the darkness. Give up. We're coming.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So none of y'all hear that.
Liara says that
Just,
out loud.
just
by the way.
Liara. What you do see and hear, though, is that black tarry goop that is now all over Liara, and the ground evaporates into a vapor and forms into a... Basically, if you were to take, like, Halloween fog machine type fog, turn it black, and put it into the shape of a person. That's basically what's standing in front of you. And it
Yeah.
just laughs. This-
Throw.
Throw?
It's one of my abilities. Biotic ability.
Okay.
So d20 plus 15 for throw. Oh, yeah, that's in that one. Unless someone would love to.
Yeah, I don't like the narrative anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if we should be trusting those dice anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to be using this die.
Was that once
So-
that 24 happened?
So we're gonna go with the same deal here. We'll kind of go opposite directions. So Econorlax, pick a number between 1 and 4.
I got good results with 3. I'm trusting the number again.
3. All right. And Victoria,
Hey, same 1.
1. Okay. So 3, 1, and Buggy.
2's pretty hip.
All right. So 3, 1, and 2.
Creative.
Perfect. So Buggy.
Just when I was about to celebrate.
You feel yourself being lifted off the ground. Gwen, go ahead and give me the magic or tech engineering roll to see how
Take that,
effective
Mom
that
and
was.
Dad. I told you I could fly.
This was throw, not lift, actually.
it's still. Bro,
That's that's pretty darn high. That's 31.
Just missed by 1.
That's it.
Buggy Johnston gets thrown up onto the roof and lands
This
right
is
next to Morse.
This is karma!
And we'll get to what you and Morris see in just one second. The rest of you, or I guess in this case just Ren and Liara, you see and hear the shadowy figure just laugh and go, you know, we were gonna wait and infect the city, but what the hell? And then the shadowy figure just sort of dissipates into nothingness.
Oh, by the way, that's 2 bonus action points spent.
And you get the sense that that creature speaking your language was rather difficult for them. We're gonna get to what now Johnston and Moores see from up on the roof,
Side.
which is something like this.
Oh, okay.
Goddamn pollution.
So above the city, you see this. The best thing that you could think of to describe it would be a portal that's just opened up in the sky itself, and there's this dark smoke pouring out of it, and that smoke is starting to take up the entire sky, and very rapidly the light from the suns of the planet seem to be getting darker and darker and darker. Until you end up with something that looks more like this.
Ooh. Can I go over the comms?
Absolutely.
Fuck. Over.
Do I see this?
You all can tell that it's getting darker.
Yeah. This happened in my city. We need to evacuate immediately.
As a matter
I'm
of
asking-
fact, go ahead.
I'm asking the central if they heard her saying we should evacuate.
Yeah, actually, as you go to reach out to the headquarters, they're also messaging you, and all of you hear an alert going, "Hey, what happened in Kara City is happening here. Find as many civilians as you can and evacuate them. We're taking them south."
Do I get my bonus action points back, by the way?
Yes, you are out of the encounter.
Nice. Because I've spent like 5 of them that encounter.
So how high up is the roof that I'm on right now?
About 3 floors.
Would it hurt to jump? To get down back with everybody else?
Hurt?
Yeah, would it...
To jump, no. To land, probably.
Fair point, fair point.
Yeah, all right.
You could potentially use, some sort of light magic to slow your descent or something like that, but
Or my rope.
yeah.
That makes too much sense. If we're gonna use the rope, I won't jump.
Okay.
Okay. Oh goddamn. We'll climb down.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So, Moors, are you,
I'm
Using
I'm lending him my grappling gun, and I'm climbing down as all cats should. With no security line.
okay.
A fun way.
Because we are getting a little bit short on time, I'm just going to have you all succeed. You get down, no problem. You regroup. No worries at all.
I have quite a few worries. Maybe just not with them getting down here.
Fair.
That is totally fair. That is totally fair. Where do you go? What is your
As
first
does
priority?
Hospital. See who needs help and where. Well, Liara's trained in medicine now, so yeah, she can help. I mean, they can help now.
We should head to squad car.
Okay.
Oh, you have a
Uh,
car.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I can drive.
Yeah, sure. We
Yeah.
should definitely head to the very intact, undamaged car.
Where's that?
I can fix it and I can drive.
Or the, you know, since you really kindly offered, I guess.
We'll let you drive.
Yeah, you out of the kindness of our hearts.
Yeah, no, we're actually asking you, please drive.
Oh, come on.
We are.
Oh,
The bumper's not even attached anymore.
you can buff it out. It'll be fine. No one will even notice.
So,
You can't
can I
buff
roll
out what's
tech
not
engine-
there.
Can I roll tech engineering first to repair it, and then roll mechanical engineering to drive it?
Yes, you can. It's actually not that bad. The car is fully functional, but
That's the
there's significant cosmetic damage to the trunk. So the back
Then,
bumper and the
then
trunk have a
Liara's
big
not gonna
dent in them.
care about that. They're just gonna get in the driver's seat and drive, and wait for everybody to get in. Make sure everybody's buckled up. Seatbelt safety.
Okay.
Hear that, Morris? Buckle up.
In the car, not on the car.
Yes.
No roof right for us. Okay.
You can't be
Alright.
extra this time.
Everybody. Liara points to everybody. Seatbelt, seatbelt, seatbelt.
Shotgun.
Liara,
Mm-hmm.
once everyone's in the car and you start to drive, give me a discipline roll.
Oh, that's one of my good stats. No, it's not. Hey. Awesome.
Okay. Your vision goes dark, and you get this overwhelming sense of despair, but it only lasts for a couple seconds. So it doesn't seem to affect your driving at all. Nobody notices that this has happened.
Awesome.
But
Do I roll
you
mechanical
sure-
engineering?
You sure do. And yeah, go ahead and roll mechanical engineering for driving the car. 13.
Anyone want to give me a reroll?
So as you get in the car,
Oh, not the hood.
you are distracted by your vision that nobody knows about, and you are obviously in a hurry, and you miss the fact that it slipped into the R on the gear shift instead of the D, and you slam on the gas, and the car backs up the stairs and crushes a couple of tables in that food court. Gets scratched up and dented and all kinds of stuff. But otherwise, the car seems okay.
God damn
Rin
it. where am I
immediately turns to Johnson and Morris and says, "See, it's the car. I told you guys it's the car. That wasn't me. It's the car."
Yeah. Can I
Where am I gonna
can I
lose
try
now?
again?
You may.
Okay. This time I'm going to roll physical die because apparently roll 20 wants to have this narrative.
Roll 20
Car
wants to
doesn't
show a
work.
narrative.
Roll 20
That's
doesn't
a
like our car.
19 plus 11, 30.
Yeah.
30.
Roll 20 hates the squad car.
So
like what-
much like Ren, after putting it into drive, you Tokyo drift your way all the way to wherever you're wanting to go. And you're just the best driver.
Yeah. So we're going to the nearest hospital.
Okay. Well, before you decide where you're going, let me give you the layout of New Berlin a bit here. So the hospital's on the opposite side of town. Closest to you, you have the commercial district. So all of the stores, malls, movie theaters, things like that. Lots of places where people would gather. The next closest to you is a school district. So lots of kids, probably. It is during
what was
the day.
order
so
again?
the order was to get as many civilians as you could and move them towards the mines, which is south of the city. And you're currently in the southern portion of the city.
So, I would go to the biggest population area.
Okay. It's really about six, one,
Yeah,
half dozen
maybe.
of the other. Did you go to the schools or did you go to the big gathering place for shopping?
Boats? Anyone?
Wasn't expecting any moral questions today.
Yeah, we did just get attacked by a child, so
and
Oh,
crashed a car
that's a good
twice.
point.
yeah, yeah.
Children first.
Yeah,
No.
children first.
That was the opposite of my point, but okay.
They're kids. Just throw them.
Okay. As you
Okay, kids.
you pull up to the school district, no problems at all with your driving. You park the car, and you can already see there's lots of little like elementary age kids standing outside the school, pointing at the sky. Some of them are crying. Some of them are like, "This is so cool."
So,
Some of them-
Those are my guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
relatable.
I'm with them.
who is good with kids?
Define good with kids.
Johnston knows the hip
Cat.
slang.
Out of character, who has the highest speech?
Or charm.
Or
My
charm.
charm is super high. It's like 15.
Okay, then yeah, that would
Yeah,
be great.
got me.
So with this
Negative
system,
5.
speech is basically you're trying to logic somebody into something, and charm is trying to get them to do something because they like you.
Yes. So we're
So-
trying to get the kids to like us.
So
And-
charm
Oh,
with kids would be
right.
perfect.
So
It's
I
like
go
cops,
up with,
right?
So I go up with like the skateboard over my shoulder and I say, "Hey, fellow teens."
Johnston sees this. He shakes his head. Ah, cool.
roll charm.
You're-
Roll charm.
I knew that was gonna get said.
Damn it. Hold on, I have a reroll. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna use
You have
this. I want
two.
this to work.
You do have 2 rerolls.
29.
That's respect.
Perfect. So these kids are not the brightest. Apparently, they're in like the stay after school class. So
Attention.
so they're like, she seems kind of big to be a fellow teen. We're not even teens, but I mean, I guess she's one of us. I mean, we're just little kids, but she seems like one of the cool older kids. She's definitely not an
Mhm.
adult.
Yeah, I'm in like high school.
Wow.
You kids want
Yeah.
a cigarette? I stole them from my parents.
I took one behind
Oh.
my ear.
Please tell me that Rin does that.
So one of the littler kids walks up and goes, my mommy said that those are bad for you.
Yeah, parents say like really dumb stuff when they don't want you to do cool stuff.
And then Liara hearing this is like, yes, you're exactly right, little kid. Smoking is bad for you.
Can
That's an adult. Don't
I go-
listen to the adult.
Roll charm, Liara.
can I go up to the kid,
Charm
kneel down, put my
is
hand on his
22
I want
Go
to go
ahead.
up to the kid, kneel down, put my hand on the
because I
shoulder.
learned my lesson last time.
It's okay, kid. My parents told me I couldn't fly, and I just did.
Okay. Buggy, roll charm.
Oh,
Gwen,
-5. Don't fuck.
you convince the little girl that it probably is still bad for them.
I'll use my reroll. My last one.
Okay.
Wow, who'd have thought a -5 would hurt me this bad?
Me?
Not 20.
There you go.
Woohoo! That's the best reroll.
Hoorah.
All right. So yeah, the little girl believes Liara and it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's right. And Johnston, as you put your hand on, is it the little girl's shoulder or the other kid's?
Whichever one was like, Mommy said smoking's bad.
Okay, that's the little girl. And you're like, you know, my parents said I couldn't fly, but I can. She's like, oh, you can fly?
I did.
Show me.
Yeah, show us.
Who threw me the first time?
Liara.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna lean over. Liara, throw me.
I'm not going to throw Johnston. I'm going to use lift instead.
Okay.
Do it. I don't want to seem uncool in front of these hipsters.
The elementary kids
While I'm
are
down,
hipsters now.
while I'm down there.
That's a
Kids play
25 to hit.
While you're down there,
Oh, please don't say to hit.
Oh yeah, you didn't even have to roll an attack because it's.
Oh, then I'm just
He's
going to roll
cooperating.
tech engineering then.
Yeah.
Not just
That's
cooperating, encouraging.
20. That's not
Sure.
that's not terrible. That's
So
pretty good.
yeah, so Johnston, you get lifted you know, probably a good 10 feet off the ground.
Ooh.
I wanna fly. How do I fly? Teach me how to fly.
We'll teach
Can
you when you guys get
please,
out of it.
Please.
I'll teach you at the
I'm going
mines.
to-
How does
I'm
that
going to do
sound?
this. I'm going to spend another bonus action point to do that to the little girl.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's 25.
Awesome. Roll discipline for me real quick.
Me?
Yeah.
Roll 20? Yeah.
Drop the kid. Ow, my soft spot.
So as you're getting ready to lift this kid, you are succeeding with your tech engineering, but that black darkness comes back and you can't see anything. And you just hear laughing in your head as you launch this child way up into the air. What do the rest of you do?
I got it. I got it. I got it.
No, the kid has to learn how to land.
God!
Mother
No.
birds don't do that when they're
Wait,
trying to get the
what?
hatchlings out.
So Red, you're gonna try to catch the kid as she falls?
I guess.
I'm going to try and catch
Okay, everybody that's trying to catch the child with their arms, roll nimbleness. Is anybody doing anything different?
I
I'm trying to
am
get
using lift the same way I put them in the air. So I'm using lift to catch them.
Okay. Go ahead. And
Can
roll.
I do that, or do you want me to roll nimbleness to catch them?
I would say if you're gonna try to use the tech engineering, roll to see if you get a bonus action.
Okay, roll to see if I get a bonus action. Okay. I'm going to trust this die, because this die has not rolled below 10. That was a 17.
Okay. So go ahead and try. My cat in.
Tech engineering. 21.
Okay, so you managed to slow the descent quite a bit. Ren, did you
And make it
get a
easier for Rin to catch it.
Did you get a 23? Was that your
I
nimbleness?
did, yeah.
Yeah, so between the two of you, you catch the child. Right as you catch the child, another sentinel walks out of the elementary school. This one older, they've got a lot of stripes on their shoulder. You're not sure the New Berlin ranking system, but they're clearly somebody in charge.
Yeah.
And they come out and go,
Liara just immediately looks around and then
as they walk up, they go, "What in the 9 circles of hell do you think you kids are doing?"
I looked at the kid and I say, "Do you think he's talking to you or us?"
He's very pointedly looking at Ren and Liara.
A really good job at our really competent job at our job. I put the child down.
we are convincing the kids to follow us.
And that smoking spat.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
That's it. Oh, 100% what we were doing.
Mhm.
You know,
So-
drug, alcohol, resistant education.
So Ren, give me a charm roll. and a Buggy as well.
Oh boy. Oh, yeah, give that 7.
Can I roll a char?
No.
Okay. Awesome.
Because he saw that you were the one that threw the kid in the air, so he doesn't want to hear from you. Ren, you were very convincing and charming. And he's like, "Okay, I see. So you were the one that was fixing this problem."
Yes. 100%. 110%.
110%. I like you. You got the guts. You got the stuff. All right. You, and he points at Johnston.
Liara whispers in Ren's ear, "Thank you so much."
I need to ask this because he's giving off a very drill sergeant-y vibe.
Uh-huh.
Is he one? And would I like know him?
So, I mean, he probably was at one point. Let's see, evens or odds?
Evens.
Okay, yeah, you do know him. You're like, "I'm pretty sure I had that guy way back when I was in training."
Sir, yes, sir! Full attention. Just
He's like, "Wait a minute. I remember you.
I remember you too, sir.
You're the one that caused that incident over at training camp.
You gotta be more specific, sir.
You... All right, that's fair. The noodle incident.
You gotta be more specific, sir.
I am not gonna say what you did to those noodles in front of these little children.
It's a dark time, sir.
This is
Rin just
literally
starts-
the golden age utopia of humanity. And the Arcarians and the Katarans.
If you look up, sir, there's nothing golden about this.
Can we please just get all these children out of here?
Sir.
Don't let that one near them. And yes, that's what we were about to do.
What the hell did Johnston do? I'm like curious.
He was talking about Liara.
Yeah.
I think.
No, he was talking about Johnston.
I was gonna say, okay.
Oh shit!
I need a boot camp one-off to know what the hell happened. For the sake of what I'm thinking I like grabbed some noodles and just threw it in the dining hall.
I think Rin this whole time is in the background laughing like, I do remember that.
I'm thinking
Congratulations,
like
class 876.
I'm thinking
Don't
like
let this one near the kids.
I'm thinking like Johnston was in charge of like kitchen duty one day and gave everybody food poisoning by doing something awful to noodles that was just like the totally wrong way to cook noodles.
Al dente is a fine way, thank you.
It was
probably-
the secret ingredient.
Probably comes back
Well,
with something like
I
al
thought people
dente
liked
does not
Mess
Parmesan.
mean
up the ramen noodles.
al dente does not mean served with raw chicken.
It was chicken sashimi, thank you.
Ooh.
Anyways,
That sounds
so,
like something Kataran would eat.
so we'll say that Sergeant Sergeant Leonard Jackson, L. Jackson, if you will.
Yeah.
He starts rounding up the kids and getting the teachers to, herding cats, but trying to get them into single file lines and everything. And you can all try to help by rolling either discipline or charm.
Yeah, you know which one I'm rolling.
I actually want to check from vantage point if there's anything wrong going around.
Okay, go ahead and roll sight then.
$27.
Okay. Yeah, you do notice that there are a few more black and white people, like just the totally grayscale monochrome figures that have started stumbling through the street, which is where you need to go to get out of the city. And they're moving slowly towards the school.
There are some infected coming. I'm screaming from my lamppost.
All right. Real quick though, just so I keep track of everything. Ren, what was your charm roll? Or just one
21.
roll? 21.
Charm.
Yeah, you help the kids get organized. Buggy, what was yours?
Charm, where you at?
I
Where you
rolled 19 for charm.
It was something
Okay.
terrible, I know that.
7.
Yeah, it was a 7.
Oh, that was your oof.
Yeah.
You cause a kid to cry, which delays one of the classes from getting organized and getting out of there. So they're at the back of the line now.
Quiet, quit crying, have a cigarette. God, I need one.
Miss
Thinking about the
Myers, the
spaghetti.
mean man was mean to me. He's yelling. And there's this teacher lady that's just standing there with her arms crossed, and she's just shooting daggers at you with her eyes, shaking her head.
Sarah.
For the sake of this, I want to say I was her student back in grade school.
Found your drill sergeant. We found your grade school.
Everything's
teacher.
coming together, and they all hate me. I'm noticing a trend.
Liara, you're helpful. So everybody does get organized, and you're moving all the students towards the exit to the city. But yeah, there is not that many. We'll split the difference on that and call it a 7.
I know
there are-
that kind of roll.
What are you doing about the infected?
There
Do
are
we shoot
7
them or what?
There are 7
No.
of these infected people.
You don't shoot them.
Some of them still have some color to them.
Oh.
Some of them are completely monochromatic.
If
But
you can,
They're walking
you
towards the
stasis
kids.
them.
And we're going to go into turn order here.
Yes.
Oh
Liara
my.
is 22.
I'm just going to write these down.
Everybody
Alright.
awareness.
Yeah, and that's of course the awareness. It should be right above your active skills.
Mental or physical, whichever is higher. Sight or hearing, whichever is higher. And then smell, taste, all added together.
Yeah.
38.
22.
22,
35.
and then 28, and then was that 25?
35.
35.
And-
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah.
And 38.
38.
We up there.
Holy
Okay.
goodness.
I
Um,
see we have physical people.
Johnston and Boots.
Yeah. Liara, what's your physical attribute?
My physical attribute is 3.
And then Ren, what is yours?
7.
7. Okay. So Ren will go first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Of the two of you, because you tied. So first is going to be Moors. You will go first.
Remember what Liara said, don't kill them.
Followed by Johnston. And then we're going to have the infected go next. Then Ren. And then Liara. All right, so Moors, it is your turn.
I have no tools. If I can shoot the infected, what to do? What to do?
You can do it, but Liara's going to be very
So-
cross with you.
So yeah, any weapons that you have, you can use. Obviously, you've been recommended not to. You do still have your light magic that you could try, or just other suggestions. You could try potentially talking to them, or distracting them, or trying to redirect them. A lot of different things that you can try. They do seem rather confused and disoriented.
Okay, so I try to immobilize them. Immobilize them with my rope. If we are
Okay.
if we're not shooting them, then we at least try to stop them.
Okay.
Oh, I'll wait until my turn.
All right. So
Some
are you
I'm-
trying to use like a grapple gun, or are you trying to?
No. I can't shoot them with grapple gun. I just spread the rope and I will try to cat handle them.
So it's
Okay.
like a bolus?
Nope.
Oh, just rope? So you're just trying to tie one of them? Because you can't tie all 3 of them.
I try the
okay.
closest one. That's the
Okay.
only thing I can try.
Let me have you do a might check, and I'll give you a +5 on that since you have the rope.
Okay, so I 7 plus 5, 12.
12. Okay. We'll see how they did. They rolled poorly, so yeah, you managed to wrap one of them up in the rope, and you can see that their eyes are completely black, and there's this black smoke just coming out of their mouth. With that, we'll go on to Buggy. For Johnston, what do you do?
Liara, you know these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said we can't shoot them.
If
What
anyone
can
has
you do?
magic, light magic,
Good enough for me. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna fire off some light.
Okay.
How do I
Go
do
ahead and
that?
roll a magic weapon attack.
Okay.
So it'll be d20 plus spiritual plus any training you have in magic weapons.
Where's magic weapons?
light magic heals them. Is what Liara says.
Oh, wait. Where is that?
It should be, I think, below your defenses,
Yeah.
but before your skills.
Light magic heals the infected.
Below.
Excuse me.
So
Oh. There's no button to push.
Yeah,
That's a D6 plus 3. Sorry.
No worries.
One.
So that's your.
you roll to hit first, and then you roll.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus H. That's what, just a regular D20?
Yeah, so it's a
D20
d20.
plus attribute plus training.
Yeah, it's d20 plus your spiritual plus
Okay.
any training that you have in magic weapons.
Okay. No whammies? 15?
Okay, not terrible. Let's see how they do.
Story of my life.
They stumble over their own feet and fall on the ground just as you're getting ready to shoot them.
God
Just
damn it.
horrible timing, and you miss.
God, my
You can use
life.
a bonus action point to try again. You can try.
yes,
and
you
use a
can.
Bonus action point to try again.
Yeah, nothing to lose.
So
So
you'll
roll a-
mark off one bonus action point and then roll 1d20. If it's over
Alright.
10, then you get the action.
just the D20, no.
Correct.
I'm not
just
okay.
Just a D20.
14.
Okay, perfect. So you get the action. So you can try again, or do something different if you want to.
I'll try the light magic out. I want to see if what Liara is telling us is the truth.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, there we go. She got out of it. My cat got herself stuck on the string that's tied to the door.
Oh.
She got herself out of it.
17.
Okay. Let's. That will hit. So the one that fell on the ground is now on the ground. So you're like, all right, now I can really hit him. And you managed to do so. Do you want to add any effect to it, or do you just want to hit him with light? It would be damage essentially, but Liara has said that it will
add an effect. Effects. I'm assuming those are on the sheet under light.
No, it's actually whatever you want. If you think of if you've ever played Destiny, any of those abilities, but basically anything that you could think of that you could do with magic could potentially work here.
Alright. Let's see. So is it just for flavor then, or?
Mm-hmm.
No, largely flavor, but you can actually have effects from it.
Okay.
Like healing.
You're gonna see a giant mallet of light appear,
Perfect.
and I'm gonna bring it down on top of them with, I forgot to say this, but it has like a little like the first aid symbol on it.
Nice.
Boom!
A caduceus.
It's like whack-a-mole.
Okay. We'll have you roll magic engineering.
Magic engineering, hoorah. 8.
Okay, so it's not super effective.
RNG, this is not on my side.
But go ahead and roll. We'll say 1d4, and see how much damage you do to this infection.
2.
2. Okay.
It's a very hip number.
The guy that's on the ground just kind of goes. That's about it.
Nice.
It's the infected's turn.
Oh shit.
So they are going to walk up to all of you. We'll start with Moors.
Because they're closest.
Of course.
Yeah, the one that you're grappled with is going to try to break free and fail horribly. So you're fine.
Dirty rope.
Johnston,
Yeah.
the one that's next to you, is going to start contorting, and you just hear like knuckles or joints popping and things like that, and it starts doing like an exorcist type thing. So it's like they're laying down, so their back is to the ground, but they're walking on their palms and feet. It's like on all fours, but backwards.
These street performers nowadays, Jesus.
And they start crawling rapidly towards you.
Oh, be gone, Satan.
Crawling in like.
You can use any defense that you'd like, since this is kind of your first time being attacked. So dodge is weak to melee, if I remember right. Where's my chart? Too many things to keep in my head. Should be on your character sheet as well, but
Yeah, dodge is weak. Dodge is
yeah.
strong against melee.
Deflect
Melee gets-
ranged. Magic tech exotic is absorbed.
Yeah.
Jesus.
melee gets a +5 versus dodge, ranged gets a +5 versus deflect, and magic gets and tech get a +5 versus absorb. So what defense would you like to use?
I'll go dodge.
Okay. The person
gonna
is running up to you.
This is a melee attack.
So dodge would give them
Oh
a
no!
+5.
Oh, I got that. Okay, I see now. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of a rock, paper, scissors wheel there.
Yeah, I was looking at it weird. I thought dodge was good against melee. That's what I thought it was saying. We learned
the
that.
opposite. Yes. So deflect or absorb would both work to your advantage here, whichever one is higher that you have.
Okay then. I'll absorb.
Absorb. Okay. So they run up at you and bite at you with a 25. Go ahead and roll 1d20 plus whatever your absorb score is.
Or just click the absorb.
Yeah. 23.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah, they run up to you and they they take a piece out of your calf. They bite you.
Ow! My back shin.
And
This is Johnston.
let me have you roll 1d20 plus physical.
What? $18.
18. Okay. Your leg feels kind of funny.
Ouch.
Let's see, and it is actually Rin's turn next, but Victoria had to AFK for a sec, so we'll come back to that. Liara, what do you do?
Oh. It is Rin's turn. Okay,
Oh,
Rin's back.
never mind. Rin's back. So, Victoria, it's your turn.
Great, swell, awesome. So I saw them start doing the bitey, and
Watch your calves.
yeah, and I saw one earlier do the vomity, and I don't like that either. So I think what I'm gonna try, because I'm not spiritual at all, so the magic thing won't work for me. So
I feel you there.
so I think what I'm gonna do is like try and herd them or like distract them elsewhere, like
Okay.
corral them. Shoo!
Mom Bessie.
How are you going to do that exactly?
question.
I guess get them to chase me away.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you
Start
want
leading them in another direction.
to try to get their attention and
Yeah, and buy these really hip young children some time to evacuate, I guess. Yes.
Let me
I
have
will
you,
remind everyone that Liara has stasis.
let me have you do. There's a few different ways you can go about this. So however you want to roll it, but performance would work for this. Speech would work for this, and I think that's actually probably going to be about it to try to be as intimidating or distracting as possible.
I'll do speech.
Okay. 18. Okay. So yeah, you managed to grab the attention of 2 of them. They're very concentrated on you, and you can move away from the children and towards another direction if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just come on. This way. Come on. Hands and arms in the ride. Let's go.
And yeah, 2 of them just kind of go, hungry.
Yep. This way. Nope, not too close. Just this way.
Get the cattle prod out.
They're stumbling their way quickly towards you.
Oh, at least
And
they're
basically-
not too quick.
Basically, what you got going on here, behind you is all the kids. In front of you, behind all the infected, is the gate where you need to go. And then you've got to the left and to the right, which are pretty much cleared. So which direction do you lead them towards?
You said behind me are the children.
Mhm.
To the left of me is where I need to go.
Behind the infected. So in front of you, but behind the infected,
Oh.
is where you want to go. But to the left and the right are clear. So if you're trying to move them away, the left or the right would be your options.
Yeah, right.
Right, okay. Perfect. And then, Liara, it is your turn.
Liara is going to, first of all, stasis the one near Johnston.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh, yes. That is a 34 to hit.
That's... Yep, that hits.
Nice. And I'm not trusting roll 20 right now. So
But the narrative.
yeah, it was a nice narrative, and then roll 20's like, this is going sideways. And I'm like, nope, physical dice.
Survey says.
Oh, ouch. That's a nat one.
The survey says no.
Those dice are not on your side.
They
So-
were. It was a 19 and then a 1.
So you try to stasis this thing, and you hit it with your beam, but unfortunately it had the opposite effect, and this thing is now twice as fast.
Anyone have a
Yeah, I'll share mine.
Currently Ekanor
sure.
Lax has one,
and Victoria has one.
I'll share.
Please? Oh, thank you. Because I do not. Okay. Roll 20. Roll 20, because roll 20 can't roll another one. 30.
Yes.
Okay.
That looks good.
So it is frozen in place, very, very much so stasisified. That's a
And
new word that we're
Liara
going
is
with.
going to say to Johnston, try again. This time you can't miss.
Can I have my calf back then?
Oh, by the way, can I roll tech engineering to run up to Johnston and heal his calf?
You can try to use a bonus action point, and then if you get the action, then yes, you can.
Awesome. So, physical dice for the bonus action. Ooh, ow. Nope.
Wait, I said the same thing when they bit my calf.
That's a 7.
Yeah, no bonus action. So that'll pass
Seems
the
like
turn
the
back
running
to.
theme.
Yeah,
Can't
that'll
run
pass
though.
the turn back to Morris.
Oh, Raven, I gotta ask, how much damage did I take from that, by the way? I
Don't
either
worry
didn't
about
hear
it.
it. I love it.
I
love it.
That's either
answering
really
what?
great
This is-
or
This
really
is the future.
bad.
We have universal health care.
Okay.
You have Universal Liara for later.
So this time I have better idea what to do.
Okay.
How many of the infected are there? 7, as I remember.
There are 7 total. One of them is in stasis, and you have one of them tied up.
So I'll play cat and mouse, but I will be mouse in this case.
Oh, how the turntables.
Yes. I'm shouting to the party if somebody can drag this roped one away from the middle of the street,
Okay.
and I'll try to get attention of some other infected.
Okay. So performance or speech would be fine.
Makes no difference. I draw performance.
Okay.
Nope.
So
Nice.
9. You are somewhat distracting, and given that these infected
Can
are
I
already
take a
drawn
bonus
to.
action?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm switching my method of gaining the interest. I will use light.
Okay. Yeah, just roll d20 to make sure you get the bonus action. And then,
Okay. Roll the
assuming you get it,
Mm,
that is a good way to do
Oh,
that, actually.
done. yeah,
Yes.
I have one.
Perfect. So yeah, go ahead and roll magic engineering. I didn't even think about that. You could try to get their attention with the light.
So I'm just slapping them with light, exactly as I told.
Okay.
Slap. Magic engineering. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
23.
So, yeah, you run up to one of them and you slap them with light. And as you do, you notice that this one, their clothes weren't completely washed out. They still had a tiny bit of color in them. And as you slap their face, their eyes go back to normal. They still look really confused and sick. But
I'm here.
whatever you did seems to have helped them get a little bit clear-headed. And they kind of put a hand on your shoulder and they go, "Help me! I don't know what's going on."
I suggest you doing that again.
Same. Know the part about not knowing what's going on. Well, good job.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay.
Do I have my usual law enforcement equipment?
Yeah, you should.
I'll cuff one of their hands to one of their legs.
Okay. So as you do that, they're like, I don't understand how this is helping.
Trust me. Trust me.
This is kind of making it hard to do that.
Yeah,
roll,
technically are a tactic.
roll a charm or speech, whichever route you want to go.
Makes no difference. Oh my goodness.
So
Few taps.
The narrative. The narrative.
Yes. Yes.
It
well,
was
what
in
do
this
you-
podcast
Off of the
was.
narrative.
which one did you go with, by the way?
I have no idea actually because I have them at 3 both. Charm, I think charm because I'm also
Charm, okay. Because
Yeah, it was charm.
it slightly changes their reaction, whichever one you go with. So with Charm, you're trying to get them to trust you, to like you, and now they're pretty sure that you're just trying to be sadistic with them or something. So they're sort of hobbling away from you at this point. But the good news is they're going off to the right, away from the kids as well.
And they slowed down. I'm fine with
Yeah.
the result.
It's probably because
Okay.
they can't make a left. They can only go in one direction. Doing circles.
Johnston. Johnston, give me a discipline roll.
Oh shit. Okay.
12. Fantastic. You can't see anything but swirling black darkness, and you hear voices in your head going, "Give in to the darkness."
No. No.
That's gonna have you kind of preoccupied for this turn.
I just keep saying no over and over again to myself.
All of you hear Johnston saying no, but you have no idea
No.
what's going on with him. The infected are gonna go. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Moors. One of the so far undetained ones rushes you and tries to bite you.
Roll
with
something.
with a 24 melee attack, so you can roll defense, whichever one that you'd like.
Okay. Rolling deflect.
Okay. So they will, in fact, bite you.
In fact, they will.
Give me a physical plus 1d20 roll. So just 1d20 plus your physical attribute.
Please be nat 20.
Join the missing calf gang.
That was not 20.
No, that was
That took your whole quad.
I'm going to give you my reroll.
it's bad.
Okay, rerolling.
There it is.
And that is
There
not
it
20.
big money.
There you go.
Yay.
So yeah,
Magic
you,
of rerolls.
You
you
should just reroll
uh,
everything.
Exactly.
either your skin's really tough or something, but yeah, they bite you, but you manage to not get infected by it.
Flex
So
it off.
you are okay.
So
The rest of them are going to start, kind of wandering off, as they're kind of confused and distracted, and they're just kind of wandering aimlessly. Ren, it is your turn. You do have 2 of them following you.
Cool. I have one of my comrades just yelling no and like wandering in circles. I have another one who's getting bitten after they handcuffed a wrist to an ankle and let them hobble away. So Rin's kind of real confused right now.
Sounds like a good Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I think this is
I think my horoscope said that would happen.
par for the course.
the world is ending.
Oh, yes. So I guess what I will do is try to shake these 2 that are following me to get them to also like scram. If everything else
Okay.
has started wandering off, maybe I can get these 2 to also.
Let's just do a nimbleness roll for that.
Sure. 32.
Awesome.
Nice. So yeah, you are able to like sort of run away and get them to follow you, and then lose them, and then circle back to the group. So
Hey, what are you dipshits doing right now?
You know, relaxing. No, no.
Liara,
No.
what do you do?
So Liara is the one next to Johnston still stasis?
Yes.
Awesome. And the one that Moore's handcuffed is looking okay.
Hobbling away.
Doing
And
donuts.
I'm going to stasis the one that bit Moore's.
Okay.
So yeah, D20. And this time I know not to roll physical dice for magic engineering.
All right.
Physical dice is just 2 hits.
Good luck.
Oh, nice. 29.
I got a nat 20.
You jinxed it.
Yep. They dodge.
I still rolled very well. So
You did.
You
I'm
did.
going-
Your dice are trying for you.
I am
sometimes.
going
It's the
to
thought that matters.
roll bonus action.
Okay.
Spend a bonus action point. Roll for bonus action. And try again. If 15. Nice.
Okay. Try again.
So. Oof. That's an 18.
Yeah, they got a 30.
So close.
One dexterous infected guy. So yeah, that doesn't work. Is there anything else that you want to
I
do?
still have a
move or
movement
talk?
action. I
Yeah,
still
you
have
want to move
movement
or talk?
action. I am going to move near Moore's.
Okay.
Or not near Moore's, but closer to Moore's.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, but not do anything else. Just be slightly closer to Moore's. I don't want to be far enough away so I don't get bit.
Okay. You're good then. Yeah, you move to a spot where you're close enough to Moors to help him, but far enough away where they'll probably attack Moors first.
You perfectly described my thought process there.
Perfect.
CIA.
And then Moors, it is your turn.
So I assume this one infected is pretty hell bent on biting me again.
It does seem to be what's on his mind.
So I'm shooting my grappling gun at the building on the side of the road.
Okay.
On the side of the road. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I don't
just do
think I can miss the building.
Yeah, I was gonna say roll tech weapons or tech engineering, either one, and just don't roll a one, basically. Now that I've jinxed it.
Okay.
Knock on wood.
Actually. Okay, not that one.
There you go. Yeah, you're able to grapple away.
And I
anything-
use my speech. I use my speech because I can speak. Yes.
Yeah,
In the
absolutely.
Same time.
Yeah, you.
I'm
Go ahead.
just taunting the infected. Come here, bitey bitey. Come to us.
Perfect. Yeah, you get their attention, and the one that was trying to bite you follows you over towards the building.
Which is side of the road, which is far away from the middle of the road. The
Yeah.
goal is.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's where the kids were, but now that they're behind you, it's pretty much safe for the kids if the infected go off that way.
Okay,
So that's
end of my
perfect.
turn.
And then Johnston,
No.
give me a discipline roll.
Yay. 16.
All right, you get your vision back. You're able to act again.
Yay.
And it's stasis, so you will hit.
Yeah, and
Don't,
your
don't
leg
jinx it.
your leg feels really funny.
Oh.
Do you take a second to look at your leg at all, or are you gonna?
Yeah. I'll see what's going on.
Okay. So there's a bite mark on your leg, and there's where your veins and everything come out of that. Your veins are turning black. It's like a spider web just slowly creeping up your leg. Like, if you look at it, you can't see any movement, but if you were to look at it, a few minutes later, you'd see it's a little bit further.
Okay. Fuck.
Yes, but the one that stasis you cannot miss.
Maybe I will still get to shoot somebody out of their misery.
That's looking like a plan. I'll go up to the one that's in stasis and I'll try to copy Moore's and just whack.
Okay.
Light smack.
Light smack.
Magic
Go ahead.
engineering.
Remind me.
So
Magic-
I'm just gonna give you the hit because it's in stasis. I'm not gonna make you roll that. So just roll magic engineering to see how effective it is.
9.
It tickles a little bit. Their eyes go normal for just a second, and they look terrified, and then it goes back to black. But you can tell that it did have some effect. With that, it'll be the infected's turn. So the ones that are in stasis or tied up or hobbling away on handcuffed arms and legs, they turn into those smoky shadow figures. It just comes pouring out of their mouths and their eyes and their ears. All that black smoke. And you can see them all getting ready to attack you all. And just as they do this giant, shadowy, smoky blast of energy towards you and towards the kids, Sergeant L. Jackson, superhero, lands right in between the infected and all of you, and throws up this big light dome. So the shadowy blast hits the dome, and you're all, hey, kitty, you're all unaffected. So he protects you and says, Stop standing here playing around and get these kids through that gate. It's like, I got this, just go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do just
Okay.
that. Roll charm to get the kids to the gate, right?
Yeah, you can. I was gonna say, what does everybody do? Does anybody try to help the sergeant, or do you use this
16.
distraction to get to the gate.
I'll help the sergeant.
Okay.
I'm willing to help him too.
Okay, so Moores and Johnston, you go to help the sergeant.
Since
Liara-
they've got the sergeant, I will help the children.
Okay, roll charm
Sure.
to shoo them along. Liara, you are successful with your charm roll.
Eh,
As is Ren. So you're able to shoo the kids along and get them around the danger without any problem. So you get to the gate, and we're gonna do a music change.
Oh, is there music? I had it muted.
Yeah, there's been music the whole time. You know me, it's one of my games. There's always gonna be sound and custom art.
Very motivational.
There we go. And this is actually the official theme for the miniseries.
I knew it sounded familiar from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we got this through Audio Jungle, so we've actually own a license to use this, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, you get to the gate, you get the kids through, you can see the mountains off in the distance, and the trail that leads back towards the underground mines where Liara has already told you all the survivors from Kara City have gone. So Ren, Liara, you get all the kids out, and you're pretty much safe. Moores and Johnston. Sergeant Jackson is very upset with both of you and says, I told you to get out of here. What are you doing?
We're helping, sir.
Sergeant, back in boot camp, you'd always said I'm useless. Let me change that now. Attack.
He just kind of shakes his head and goes, you pick now as the time to actually do something?
Better now than never.
All right, fine. Help me hold this up. And he tells you to basically use light magic to try to push these infected back to see if you can all actually get out of the gate.
Pew, pew, pew.
So give me a magic engineering roll for all the marbles.
Of course, when it counts.
Hey, take my reroll.
Awesome.
As
I have one more.
Hang on. Is it possible to say for everyone else to just go through the gate?
You want to
Johnson,
sacrifice?
I already have a bite out of my leg.
Oh
Okay. How do you want to do it?
I'm just shooting at all the infected that's rushing and just telling everyone just get the hell out of here.
Okay.
Just
So
go. It's like the scene from
Wow.
Air Bud.
we'll have you.
no! Oh no!
Get out
We'll have you kind of push past the sergeant and start doing that instead of helping to support the dome. Moores, what do you do as you see this happening?
He's just holding the dome. He's not attacking the infected in any way. The shadow figures, not the infected.
Yeah, the sergeant's holding up the dome at the moment. Johnston has pushed past and is actively engaging the infected or the shadow figures. Yeah. So what is Morse gonna do?
He'll try to engage the shadow figures.
Okay, so you're gonna go in and help Johnston, basically.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
You
Go ahead
bastard
and
using one of your 9 lives.
go ahead and roll magic engineering, and we'll use that as the roll to see how successful you are.
20. Dirty 20, not a natural one.
Okay. So between the two of you, you are able to hold off these shadowy figures, and Sergeant Jackson reluctantly pulls back to go help get the last of the kids through the gate. And as he turns around to make sure everybody is through, you both, Johnston and Morris, you both notice him with a tear in his eye, kind of coming down his cheek, stand up straight and salute you.
It's not like you, Sergeant.
As he backs through the gate. He doesn't hear you. And then, yeah, Liara and Ren, you can also see Moores and Johnston fighting what's clearly going to be a losing battle, but buying you enough time to get out.
I light a cigarette.
All right.
In honor.
Liara looks disapprovingly.
For the homies.
Oh my gosh.
This one's for you.
Oh my goodness.
Liara just shakes their head and... No. Why?
There we go. So, yeah, you, Liara and Ren, you make it out of the city. You find the trail of communicator relays that Liara had put down. And you're able to get all these kids out towards the mines where you've been told by Central Command before it went radio silent that was going to be your new home, basically. They're evacuating everyone to the mines, and they're going to build a base there to try to regroup and then fight back. As you get a good enough distance away from the city that you can kind of see a good chunk of it, you can see that all of the color is slowly fading from all the surfaces. So the walls, the buildings, everything's going monochrome and getting darker and darker. Do you do or say anything as you're leaving your city for probably for good?
Is this the question directed to us, Tutu?
No, we're dead.
You're pretty much it. You do. I guess I should ask, Johnston and Morse. Do you have any final words that you say?
I always wanted to be we always wanted to be a black cat.
I love
Johnson, in his final moments, Johnston's gonna look up. I could go for a cigarette. And just let the infected bite his other calf.
Well, it's the shadowy figures at this point, and yeah, they just they bombard you with darkness until you're just gone. So, Ren, you feel a shiver and a sudden craving for a cigarette as you look back, and you see the city falling.
And I have one, and I say, I'll always remember the noodle incident.
I wish you wouldn't.
All right, and then Liara, do you have anything that you want to do or say before you get back to the mines?
Liara will say something a bit more poignant.
Okay.
Oh, I vow to do my best to make sure the light triumphs over the darkness. I will find a way. I will do something to make sure this doesn't happen again.
All right. With that, you all make it to the mines. You get the children in and settled. And yeah, Sergeant Jackson kind of finds all of you at some point after that. And
Be of more use than us.
We're there in spirit.
Yeah, he starts talking about Johnston and Moores. It says something along the lines of, they served in the finest example of tradition of the Sentinels, and really talks up your sacrifice. And just trying to find some notes here. Sorry, my computer just froze.
I agree.
Yes, I agree with that cat too.
There we go. Okay, we're good. So yeah, he talks about how well you served and how you proved yourself in the end, and you posthumously are granted these medals of courage and honor. So one of the highest decorations you can get in the Sentinels. And he goes on to say, look, everybody here, I know that this is hard. Our cities have fallen. The sky is just bathed in this shadow and darkness. But being faced with this distinct evil, there is something we can do. We will regroup, and we will rally our troops. We will fight. We will survive. And he sort of puffs up his chest and speaks even louder and goes, "We will not fade into the night. We will come together, and we will bring back the light to this land." And you all hear a cheer from everybody as he finishes that up. And I think that is where we will end our session. So thank you all for playing.
Yeah. I think Liara's going to start training in the light and have a much higher magic.
Okay.
Sure. Next.
Speaking
Like-
of Liara, before we do end, actually, let me have you do one more discipline roll.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So that's a 20. Okay.
Can I roll magic engineering to expel the darkness from myself?
No. So what you hear, get closer to my microphone here, as you're getting ready to go to sleep, you close your eyes. There's a sudden appearance of smoke in your vision, and you just hear a little voice going, "We're watching you." And that is the end of it.
Oh, they got cable. Damn.
So in 2 sessions, Liara has managed to get mentally scarred by killing someone, and then mentally scarred by getting infected.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, last game you killed someone, and then the shadow creature that came out of it said, that one could have been
Could
saved.
have saved. Yeah.
Oops.
And the gut feeling check was not high enough to tell if that was true or not. So that question just haunts Liara now forever.
Exactly.
And now you're infected. So that's awesome. But thank you all for
That's
watching.
awesome.
Thank you all
really
for
is.
watching, and thank you for playing.
Not gonna lie, it really is.
So this is a mini series, so we're going to have at least 2 more parts, is the plan. Each one is going to be in a different city on planet Kara as the darkness is invading. And then this is all leading up to season 3 on the Blackfeather Guild. We'll have the Lightbringer full campaign that'll start in January. So I am going to do a casting call for that. I'm looking to have 4 permanent cast members for that show. Will run from January to April. So do keep your eyes open for that on Twitter. My tag is right below my face here. I'll be announcing that sometime in the very near future. So if you do want to be on that show, would love to talk with you about it. But yeah, thank you all. Yeah.
You can count me in.
Thank you all for playing. Your characters were fantastic. It was a lot of fun. I'll start with myself here real quick. So I am Raven, professional game master, game designer, and tabletop game designer, and obviously tabletop streamer. I'm here just about every day, streaming one tabletop thing or another. You can find me next tomorrow on Rowan North's channel for the penultimate of Forest of Renown, which should be pretty fun. We'll do a shout out here so you can get the link. And then I'll be back on Thursday here for another episode of Star Chaser. My favorite part of the...
Oh, Star Chaser's gonna be great.
I'm looking forward to that. My favorite part of today's session...
I have plans.
Gosh, there's so many good parts. It's hard to pick a favorite one. But I think probably the sacrifice at the end and Johnston going, could really go for a cigarette about now.
God, where's the marble man when you need him?
That was a fantastic last line. That was so great. And with that, we'll go around and we'll go in opposite order this time. So, Victoria, what was your favorite part of today's session, and then where can we find you next?
I think it was just a lot of fun playing with everybody's characters because I really enjoyed all of the character interactions this time. It was a lot of fun. And you can always find me every other Tuesday on the D&D Actual Play Podcast Sacrosanct. And who knows where I'll be next. I will be at a catacon this weekend if anybody will be at that. And then before the stream we were talking about PAX U, I will be there also next month. So say hi,
Awesome.
please. I have hot pink hair. You cannot miss me.
Yes.
Just like
It's
an
gonna be
anime.
fun seeing you again.
Let's play
Yes.
Find the Anime Protagonist.
Oh no!
Maybe this time
Please
we'll-
no!
Maybe this time we'll actually play a game together.
That would be great.
Again, thank you very much for being here. It was an absolute treasure and pleasure to have you on the channel. Welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
With that, we'll pass it over to Ekinorlax. What was your favorite part, and where can we find you next?
I liked the fact that rerolls was almost always a guaranteed 20.
That was pretty funny.
Reroll, save lives.
It's
And
true.
And I hope we'll hear about noodles again in the next one shots.
Oh yeah, because you're in the next one.
No,
Right.
I mean it's a good call for this revolution against darkness for the noodles.
Viva
That's great.
pasta.
So
Okay.
It also answers the next questions where I will be next. I will be probably with new character, I guess, on the next Lightbringer Destined one shot here on 8th. That will be Friday.
Yeah. Actually, it will be this Friday. Fantastic.
So I'll be back here next Friday. See you. Thanks for playing, everybody.
Fantastic.
I love
Thank
your
you.
character.
That was amazing.
Moore's was great. And then
We always
Buggy.
wanted to be a black cat.
Another
Hi.
great final words moment.
Buggy2077 on Twitter. You can find me here on Mondays for the Peasant Strike Back. I play Tor, the jackass.
The homeless artist.
Are you sure
The
about
homeless,
that?
the starving artist.
Yes.
Are you sure about? Because I don't think Tor's a jackass.
At least
Dumbass,
there's
maybe.
one.
I think Tor's just misunderstood.
Yeah, there you go. What was your favorite part, Buggy?
My favorite part, 100%, had to be all the car crashes.
Oh yes, that too.
And also, again, Thursday at 8 o'clock over on my Twitch, team_totem_. I will be starting my first ever D&D series, Plan to Fail. It's me and a couple of my friends, and we suck at D&D, but we have fun playing it, and I think that's all that matters.
Yes, that is all that matters.
That is true.
You had fun, you won.
Oh, that's
Yes.
great.
And
then,
thanks for having me.
Absolutely, anytime. And then last but not least, Gwen, what was your favorite part? And tell us a little bit about, I guess, Star Chaser that we've got happening on Thursday.
Oh yes. I'm not going to give anything away.
Oh, no spoilers, just about the game in general.
Yes, Star Chaser is the game where we have 3 characters just run around and not do anything, and not achieve anything for the most part, which is
we
kind
achieve
of
some
funny.
things.
Yes, you achieve goals. You have achieved flirting with pretty much everyone.
Well,
Some days it rains, some days it pours.
That's it. That's a good.
I mean,
I thought so. That's
your
my character arc.
flirts with everyone.
It's the character arc.
Yeah, my character arc is flirting.
Yeah. Oh. There's lots of shenanigans though. There are plenty of shenanigans, and I
There
love
definitely
it. And it's just absolutely fantastic. I love it.
What was your favorite part about the session today?
Okay, the session today, my favorite part has got to be the famous last words of everybody. Like, everybody. Because everybody had good ones.
They were great. You know I'm gonna pick
I
you up and
always
put you
wanted
on
to be a
camera, don't you,
black
kiddo?
cat.
Speaking of black cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get mine
Cat.
over here.
Cat also
But-
wants in.
She knows what I'm up to. She's like, no, you're gonna pick me up.
Yeah.
Baggy,
Anyways,
do you also
again,
have? Baggy, do you also have a cat?
No.
Ah,
I
I
can't have
thought I
animals
was the
here.
only one.
You're not alone. God, I
Oh,
hate
there you
that my
are.
apartment can't
Okay.
have pets.
come here. This is Glitch. She's gonna say goodnight too. Say hi.
Bye, kitties.
I'll just hold up
Bye,
something so I'm
kitties.
included.
All
Bye.
right, we're gonna go on a quick raid here to go see Scraticus. If you're not already following the Scraticus Academy, definitely give them a follow. It is a fantastic and amazing channel. I think everybody here pretty much has been on there or watched it at one point and can agree it's amazing.
Oh, it's amazing.
And then we will see you again on Thursday. Bye.
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 Also, there's the raid cry there in chat. Don't forget to throw that out when we go raiding
don't-
in.
And don't forget,
Viva
there
la
will
pasta.
be something happening Thursday. I've given you a hint, but
I feel like that's a threat at this. I feel like that's a threat.
Alright. Bye for real now.